Now, a 12 News exclusive, helping our heroes. It was supposed to be a routine wellness check. Officers had no idea they'd arrived to find a 7-month pregnant mother and her 2 young children shot to death by their own husband and father.
The awful story out of West Greenwich earlier this month, hard for all of us to come to grips with, but for the officers who were there that day, it's even more difficult. I
sat down with West Greenwich Police Chief Richard Ramsey to find out how he's supporting his officers and how the Police Chiefs Association is working on a statewide initiative to support officers' mental health.
I wish there could be an explanation to help you make sense of this horrific act, but the truth is we may never know why it happened.
Long after the press conference is over and the crime scene tape is removed, the memory of what officers saw on January 3rd at Cheyenne Trail lingers for the West Greenwich Police Department.
You can't unsee what we saw. Those are things that stay with you, and they probably stay with you for the rest of your life.
Chief Richard Ramsey says the officers there that day all had at least 24 years on the job, but nothing prepares you for that.
I love my job. I wouldn't want to do anything different, but days like that, like last Friday, no. I mean, those make you question yourself a little bit.
The weekend after the incident, he called all of those officers individually to see how they were doing. By Monday, they had a mandatory debriefing with former Providence Police Detective Mike Wheeler, who's spearheading a new statewide officer wellness program. In the room for that debrief, all the officers and staff involved on the call and mental health workers.
We're supposed to be the strong people. We're supposed to have our stuff all together. But what people don't realize is that although we do wear a uniform, we're human too. We have emotions. Things affect us in certain ways. So in the end, we don't want to feel weak.
It's an opportunity, first and foremost, to let the officers know they're not alone. There is someone for you to reach out to.
Both remember a time when that wasn't always the case because of the stigma on the job. Chief Ramsey was working for West Warwick Police the year of the station nightclub fire.
I watched my department not know what to do. You just come back from a horrific scene like that and you're reporting to duty the next night and you're going to take a harassing phone call complaint from somebody. I mean, it's meaningless. What do you know, to you, why am I doing this?
The statewide officer wellness program is working to make sure every chief in the state receives the same training, along with a liaison from each department in critical incident stress management and debriefing, and that officers' families are educated in the signs and symptoms of a stress reaction.
It helps talking about it.
Detective Wheeler was at Providence Police when his colleague Jimmy Allen was shot and killed while interviewing a suspect. At the time, the department had its own peer support team.
It's not what we're accustomed to, my generation, the chief's generation. It's always, no, you don't talk about it, but it helps and it's necessary.
He has faith in this younger generation of officers who he says don't let stigma get in the way.
This younger generation will certainly be the catalyst. They'll help this program thrive and then survive in the future because of their willingness to talk.
A 2005 article in the International Journal of Emergency Mental Health found more police officers die by their own hand than are killed in the line of duty. Chief Ramsey has never lost an officer to suicide, but hopes this new effort prevents any department from feeling that pain.
And we have more information on resources available to police officers, as well as some common signs and signals of stress reaction. It's on WPRI.com.